When you do speak, do you look at people when you speak? Do you project your voice? Everyone's so focused on what they say, like reading my notes or reading my agenda. They don't think about the tone, pitch of the voice. How are you delivering this? Are you projecting your voice? When you do speak, do you look at people when you speak? Do you project your voice? So it's called paralinguistics. Everyone's so focused on what they say, like reading my notes or reading my agenda. They don't think about the tone, pitch of the voice. How are you delivering this? Are you projecting your voice? Or do you
Give me an example.
Do you talk like this when you speak? I have a question. I just want to share something. People are going to like glaze over. I have a question. Or even just the tone, how you under, hi, I'm Evie. Hi, I'm Evie. Feels different.
Mm-hmm.
Those are simple things you can do to make sure people hear you. The other thing is, I say this a lot when I speak to companies because communication's a big thing. Don't just talk to talk. There's this thing out there, and especially with women, where it's like, make sure they hear you. Make sure your voice is heard at the table. I'm fine with that. Do you have something beneficial to say or value to say? Because if you don't say anything. Half the meetings I go to, I don't speak because I have nothing to say.
The video discusses paralinguistics, which refers to how we say things. Tone, rhythm, volume, pauses, inflection. Everything that's not the words themselves, but that gives power to the words. According to the well-known Morabian's model, only 7% of communication is based on the actual words. 38% depends on the paraverbal, how words are spoken, tone, rhythm, volume, inflection. The remaining 55% is nonverbal, referring to body language, facial expressions, posture, gestures, eye contact. This is the famous 738-55 rule. Morabian clarified that these percentages only apply in very specific contexts, when communicating emotions or attitudes, and when there is incongruence between the parts of the message. For example, saying, I'm fine with an uncertain tone and closed posture. In such cases, people tend to believe the nonverbal and paraverbal channels more than the words themselves. So this doesn't mean that verbal content is irrelevant or that we can ignore what we say, but it highlights how important the paraverbal and nonverbal aspects of communication can be, and shows that how you say something is often more important than what you say. Here are some paralinguistic elements that strongly influence the perception of authority, confidence, and competence. A medium-high voice volume leads to a stronger perception of leadership, while speaking too softly can be linked to insecurity or passivity. Using strategic pauses while speaking helps emphasize key points and build narrative tension. It also conveys control and confidence. On the other hand, filler words like or like tend to reduce the perception of competence. A steady and well-modulated voice allows for clear and credible communication. Speaking with a weak, hesitant, or whispery voice undermines authority, even if the content is solid. A descending intonation, ending sentences with a downward tone, reinforces the message and gives a sense of closure. It's best to avoid uptalk, ending statements with a rising tone as in questions, which may signal uncertainty, even when making a confident statement. So to conclude, if you want to be heard, train not just what to say, but how you say it.